Assalamualaikum and good day students. This is Puan Emawati. So I'm going to use this video to cover our new topic, which is topic 6, production cost. So this is actually the continuation of the previous topic, which is on the topic of production theory. So what we are going to have in this topic is we are going to again learn about the fundamental concept, about the fundamental theories to deal with economics. Okay, when you are a producer or a manufacturer that produce goods or services. Okay, so let's start with the definitions for production cost. So actually you can have this topic covered in your textbook at page 210. So we have this I'm sorry about this. Okay, so we have this subchapter 6.7 production cost. So you can see that in your book this topic is actually combined with the previous topic of topic 5. So we have this in the same chapter of chapter 6 of the book. Okay. Alright, so this is the definition that I have in our lecture notes. Okay, so the definition of production cost is the cost of using inputs in production activities. Okay, so one simple definitions. Okay, but if you look in your book at page 210, they also have the definitions for production costs. So it said here that production costs are the total expenditure that must be borne by firm or producers to utilize a quantity of inputs or factors of production required in the production of goods and services. Alright, okay. So I'm going to give you these two options. Either you want to use the definition that you have in your book or the definition that I have here in our notes. Okay, so if in your exam you use either one of these definitions, so me as a marker, okay, bukan marker pen tu okay, saya yang menanda kertas awak, okay, so I am going to accept both answer. Okay, so let's use the definition that I have here in our notes. Okay, before that, okay, I would like to remind you that you can get this lecture note in your CDOS. Okay, so I have uploaded this note in your CDOS, so you can access them from there lah. Okay, so production cost is the cost of using inputs in production activities. So we can see here the keywords for these definitions. Okay, so it's actually the cost. So we are talking about the expenses, cost. Okay, the expenses or the cost of using input. So in economics, as what we have learned in the previous topic, okay, the definitions of inputs are actually factors of production. Okay, so we're going to look at the fractions or the divisions of production cost in economics. So production cost can be divided into two: implicit cost and explicit cost. Cost implicit dan cost explicit. Okay, so implicit cost occurs when the company use resources belonging to the owner, such as capital. Okay, kos-kos yang wujud pada perniagaan apabila perniagaan menggunakan sumber-sumber yang berasal daripada pemilik perniagaan. Sebagai contoh adalah capital. So if you can relate this with accounting, capital can comes in many form. Okay, as long as it is generated from the owner of the business. So capital can comes in many form. So let's say the owner of the business contribute cash or contribute his personal vehicle, his personal land, okay, his or her personal premises to be used in his or her business, so we would say that it is actually a capital. So if the company is using that capital, let's say in form of vehicle in the business, so that would be considered as an implicit cost. But some argument also said that an opportunity cost is also an implicit cost. Okay, so when we talk about opportunity cost, so opportunity cost cannot be counted, okay, cannot be measured, but it is considered as an implicit cost. Okay, compared to the explicit cost, so we look at these definitions, explanation about explicit cost. So explicit cost occurs when the company pays for the usage of its factor of production. So examples of factor of productions are maybe land, okay, labor, capital in form of machines, okay, capital in form of technology that being used in the capital, I mean more like an asset, asset that is used in the production, okay, so it is considered as an explicit cost. So we can see here the second difference between implicit and explicit cost is the implicit cost does not have track and cannot be determined precisely. Okay, ia tidak boleh ditentukan ataupun ia tidak mempunyai nilai yang dapat kita ukur. Okay, but for explicit cost, it can be determined easily. Okay, so we are going to look at the examples to make it clearer for you to understand this concept, but we are going to look at the theory first. Okay, so implicit cost is also it may also lead to lower income to the business, but it is not recorded in financial records. So examples of implicit cost is when the company give his or her workers a day off. Apabila perniagaan memberikan pekerja dia cuti sehari. So it is considered as an implicit cost. The cost of giving workers a day off is considered as an implicit cost. Why? Because this action may lead to a drop in company's sales and income. So this is why it is said that implicit cost does not have track and cannot be determined precisely. Okay, it is so subjective. It does not come in money form. It cannot be counted, but it is actually a cost, more like a loss for the company. But we does not say it loss because it does not happen at the end of the accounting year, but it is actually a cost. Okay, the company has to bear some expenses. The company has to bear some loss due to his decision. Due to the company decision to give workers a day off. So it will cause companies to lose some sales, and it also will contribute to the company's loss in form of income that cannot be generated. So it is an implicit cost. Compared to the explicit cost, the cost that has measurable cost to a firm. Okay, measurable value. I'm sorry, I have to change the words. Okay, value. Okay, it is actually the cost that has measurable value to a firm. Something that can be measured, sesuatu yang boleh diukur. Awak boleh nampak kesan dia ataupun awak boleh lakukan perbelanjaan melalui wang yang awak keluarkan. So when you have to consume, when you have to pay for some amount of money to do that action, okay, so it is considered as an explicit cost. So examples here, we have examples of purchasing of new asset. When you purchase a new asset, asset is considered as one of company's factor of production input. Okay, let's say the company is buying a machine in its factory. Okay, so the machine will be used in production activities, so it is considered as an input. Okay, so the cost of purchasing that machine, it is considered as an explicit cost. Other example is the cost of hiring workers. Okay, kos untuk mengupah pekerja, perbelanjaan untuk mengupah pekerja, hiring, hired, it comes from the word hired. Okay, kos untuk mengupah pekerja. So company has to make some expenses to pay that workers wages or salary, so that is considered as an explicit cost. And some other examples is also when a company purchase new materials. Okay, apabila perniagaan membeli peralatan baru, okay, and that material is used in the production activities, so it is considered as an input, so it is also explicit cost. Okay, so the main difference that we can summarize from these two types of implicit cost and explicit cost is, for implicit cost, it cannot be measured, but it will cause some expenses, it will cause some loss to the company. Explicit cost can be measured. Okay, you make some payment to consume or to use that input, so it is considered as an explicit cost. Okay, so actually in your CDOS, I have also uploaded a video that briefly discuss about the difference between explicit cost and implicit cost. So we have this here, you can see this.
Consumers typically think of costs as the amount paid when buying something. However, economists define cost as...
So I would find it very interesting to sharpen your understanding about these two concepts of explicit and implicit cost. So I need you to watch this YouTube video. So later I'm gonna give you some question for you to answer. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, in our in your CDOS, so you can access this video in your CDOS. So I have uploaded this in your CDOS. So please do your watching, because I'm gonna give you some few question on this video. Okay. So let's go back to our notes. Okay. So we have done with the explanation on implicit cost and explicit cost. Okay. So let's me do some few notes on this. Okay, implicit cost, okay, is also known as an opportunity cost. OC OC means opportunity cost. Okay, cost lepas cost melepas. So we have covered this in first chapter. So I'm not going to look at those back. Okay, alright. Okay, next. Okay. In your book at page 211 until 216, so you may find numbers of formulas, and actually you have 7 formulas here. Okay, I should show it here in one page. Okay, so these are the 7 formulas that you need to memorize in this chapter. Okay, so the first formula is on total cost. So total cost equals to total fixed cost plus total variable cost. Okay, so you can refer to your book. And then we have formulas for total fixed cost, okay, number 2. And then we have formulas for total variable cost. and then average fixed cost, average variable cost, average cost, and marginal cost. Okay, so these are the 7 formulas that I need you to memorize, because in your final exam, okay, we are not going to give you any economic formulas. Okay, so you need to remember the formula, because in your exam we have some question that would ask you about the formula, and you need to do some counting. Okay, so this is so very important. Okay, so if you look here, okay, in the latter part of the lecture notes, okay, I have enclosed few exercises that may need you to do some calculations. Okay, so we have this question 1, and then question 2, and then question 3. Okay, so for our next class, I need you to do calculations. I need you to fill in this table and find the values of all these costs. Okay, so what you are going to do is you are going to manipulate the formulas that I have listed down, okay, in your notes, and then find ways to get the answer for all of these columns. Okay, so we are going to discuss these 2 questions, question 1 and question 2, in our next class. Okay, alright. Okay, so that's it for our first video. I'm gonna follow up with another versions of I'm gonna follow up with another video to cover the latter subtopic of our chapter. So for now, we are going to end our video until this exercise, okay, that I need you to complete. Okay, so happy counting. I'll see you in our next topic, which is on the preparations of graph. Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera.